Finally tonight, if you're a football fan with a few extra dollars in your pocket, this story is for you. Quarterback Tom Brady's final game-worn jersey from his storied 23-year NFL career is going on the auction block. Sotheby's auction house says Brady's number 12 jersey from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is expected to go for an estimated $1.5 to $2.5 million. The record 7-time Super Bowl winner couldn't end up with another record, the most expensive football jersey ever sold. No word on whether it was washed. That's tonight's CBS Evening News. I'm Nora O'Donnell. Good night.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us tonight for News 40 at 6. I'm Morgan Hoover.
And I'm Chris Allen. Welcome to a Thursday, which has brought us some rain.
Yes.
Finally.
It was much needed.
Yes, very much needed. I said leading up to this, we needed, we need a lot more than what we got. That's the problem. But we did pick up about 3/10 of an inch of rain, which was what was forecast out of this system. And it's not quite done yet, so we may get a little bit more. There's the loop of the last 4 hours radar satellite. There is a back edge to all of this, and it will be coming through late tonight, early tomorrow, and then we'll see clearing beginning to take place over the area. There you see the mesonet precipitation that's hanging around, or has been measured so far. You see the green streaks through there, and look at that scale. You can see it's about 3/10 of an inch, which is pretty much what was forecast for this particular area. A couple of places did pick up closer to 1/2 inch, especially to the west and northwest. 62 tonight, still a 70% chance of showers during the overnight with a west wind at 6. Now the colder air comes in. A look at your 7-day forecast in just a few minutes. Morgan?
All right, Chris, our top story tonight, a Bowling Green bar owner is arrested. Kentucky State Police say he was driving under the influence after troopers observe him swerving and excessively speeding. Jackson Washer is listed as a co-owner of the newly opened Dusty Boot in Bowling Green. According to an arrest citation, he is charged with speeding, reckless driving, and operating a motor vehicle under the influence. A breathalyzer test confirmed he was over twice the legal limit of alcohol intoxication. The report claims he was driving 74 miles per hour in a 45 zone. He was taken to the Warren County Regional Jail. Tonight we have an update in the 2015 disappearance of Crystal Rogers. Today her former boyfriend Brooks Houck is arraigned at the Nelson County Courthouse. He was arrested last week and charged with murder and tampering with physical evidence in connection to the case, 8 years after Crystal Rogers went missing. During the virtual court hearing today, the judge heard a motion filed by Houck's attorneys to lower his $10 million bond, arguing that his bond is unprecedented and unconstitutional. The judge will take some time to review the arguments before he makes a final decision. The next court date is February 8th, 2024. On more local news now, a pair of food drives set to help the community during the fall and Thanksgiving seasons are underway. News 40's Noah Fairber has more on these drives and how you can help provide food to those who can't afford it.
While one local Bowling Green organization is preparing for Thanksgiving,
we had done some work with Brad for some pest control needs that they needed for some of their clients that needed a little extra help. And so that got us in the spirit to try to give back to more of their clients that are in need. And so we decided to organize a Thanksgiving food drive.
Another is stocking up for the fall season.
It's going to take place from October 1st through October 31st, so the whole month. Our main idea with this food drive is just to collect a bunch of different types of food, not just cans. We're looking for peanut butter, boxes of rice, crackers, pretty much anything, nothing in a glass bottle or anything glass associated. All this food is going to go back to our clients.
This is the first time Kelsey has been able to do something like this with her company, and she's excited to get the opportunity.
I'm really excited to be able to do something like this. I've always wanted to give back to the community, and I feel like this is a good way to get out there and do that.
Meanwhile, Emma is doing an internship with Brad, and she decided to come up with a unique way to help her community.
It's always super neat to partner with someone that's new to us and get the ideas that they have. They've helped a lot plan this, and we haven't had anything like it, which is super, super cool.
In Bowling Green, because local matters, Noah Fairber, WNKY News 40.
All right, Noah, this Saturday, the Hammer Inn returns to the Kentucky Museum. Blacksmiths from the South Central Kentucky area and a special guest will show off their skills to the public from 10 to 3. The event is full of demonstrations and creations from the blacksmiths.
I think we have so many talented blacksmiths around here, and they're constantly learning from each other. Every second Tuesday of the month, from the first time we had the Hammer Inn, the Kentucky Forge Council was formed from that time. So 7 years we've been meeting at least once a month and teaching the public how to do some basic blacksmithing things.
The Hammer Inn is open to the public and free to attend. An award-winning folk artist stopped in Bowling Green today to give a demonstration to the folklore program at Western Kentucky University. Reporter Tucker Covey went to the Pioneer Cabin to learn more.
Western Kentucky University hosts Willie Rasco, a folk artist from Hopkinsville. The event features talks from the artist as well as a demonstration of his work.
He's such an amazing character, and he's so kind and so giving, and I'm so glad that the community got to stop by today just to hear a little bit of what he has to say.
The event presents folklore studies and anthropology students at WKU with the opportunity to see and interact with not only physical pieces of folk art, but also hear the oral traditions of how Rasco works and views his craft.
When you see folklore in the public, specter, and you see all of these amazing things that you can do with, this degree, with this knowledge, right, and give back to the community in the way Willie does, it's life-changing.
Rasco simply enjoys making and has made his artwork the centerpiece of his life through connections and friendship.
I like the communication, letting people know what I have done for years, and to me, it's rewarding because I'm still here. I'm still doing it. I've been doing it 47 years.
In Bowling Green, because local matters, Tucker Covey, WNKY News 40.
All right, Tucker. Well, if you didn't know, there's a company out there. It's called Tnemic that started a contest back in 2006 to highlight customer projects that use their company's high-performance coatings. While it was just a marketing tool, it's now taken a life of its own called Tank of the Year, where all over the country submissions are made highlighting water tanks that use the company's products. Earlier this year, Russellville built a brand new water tower, and it's now in the running for the competition. We asked a company representative about the contest, who said they are happy to see so much community involvement every year.
I'll use last year for an example. I mean, just the local campaigns that we saw, news stations across the country and different groups that were going to social media and really highlighting their tank as part of this contest and encouraging everybody in the community to come out and vote for it. I mean, it was really amazing to see.
If you want to show some hometown pride, you can visit tankoftheyear.com and boost Russellville to the top. Voting closes on October 13th. And fun fact about the company, Tnemic, it is cement, spelled backwards. That's pretty cool. Well, there's always a need for adopting pets and giving a furry friend a forever home. And with the spooky season approaching, you might be thinking about getting a black cat. You may not know what comes with that responsibility. With any pet you adopt, you must be aware that it takes time for any animal to get comfortable.
I have two at my house that I've adopted myself, and I've got one still. I guess I've had him for 2 months, and he's still adjusting.
Know what any animal has gone through before being in an animal shelter. So before you adopt, prepare as much as possible for what may come. For more ways to get prepared for an animal, visit aspca.org. It's about that time. As the spooky season approaches, there are a few things you might want to consider if you're planning on doing any Halloween traditions, like, of course, trick-or-treating, lighting candles, and some pumpkins. When it comes to these traditions, they can be quite dangerous, especially when it comes to candles. You might want to make some changes.
From Halloween to Christmas through Thanksgiving, people like them for decoration. Some of them use them for religious reasons. But They also estimate that 80 to 85% of these fires could be prevented.
Fire is not the only thing that we should be looking out for. A lot of trick-or-treaters won't be focused on the dangers. Their main goal is the candy.
Imagine that these kids are not paying attention and think about what a child's looking for, and they're just trying to get wherever it is they're trying to go quickly, and they're not thinking about traffic, and they're not thinking about cars moving around inside of parking lots.
There are so many things you could look out for. If you want to see more tips, visit our website, WNKY.com, later tonight. On health news now, it is National Depression Screening Day. New research is shining a light on the importance of diagnosing this mental health condition and how effective screening can help identify people considering suicide. It's one of the leading causes of death in the U.S. More people died from suicide last year than any other year on record. That's according to provisional data.
One of the key aspects of preventing suicide is being able to identify individuals who are most vulnerable to attempting suicide.
That's why Craig Bryan and his colleagues at the Ohio State College of Medicine and Wesleyan University started studying patient screening methods at primary care clinics. The researchers believe traditional screenings for suicidal thoughts would be most effective at identifying which patients were most likely to attempt suicide. That wasn't what they found.
The key finding was that the most effective way to identify patients who would eventually attempt suicide was to screen them for depression.
The researchers found that screening for depression correctly identified more patients who would go on to attempt suicide than traditional suicide screening.
Primary care healthcare providers should really be focusing on identifying patients who have depression, and then that might serve as a gateway for determining who might need additional treatment and intervention to prevent suicide.
Researchers hope to study screenings more in the future. The study involved military primary care clinics. They'd like to research civilians and other healthcare settings to see if their findings are replicated. And two new studies from the CDC are suggesting that RSV can cause more severe symptoms in older adults, especially if they have underlying conditions. In one study, researchers looked at about 15 months of data from 25 hospitals. They found adults ages 60 and older who had RSV were hospitalized less frequently when compared to those who had the flu or COVID-19. The second study looked at nearly a year's worth of data from more than 1,600 senior patients who were hospitalized with RSV. Nearly all had at least one underlying condition. Of those 1,600, nearly a fifth had to be admitted to the ICU. Nearly 5% had died. Still to come on News 40 at 6, Russia launched its deadliest attack on a Ukrainian city in months, hitting a grocery store and a cafe. The latest details in just a bit. But first, Weather Chief Chris Allen is in after the break with a full look at our forecast. That's coming up right after this.
WNKY News 40, broadcasting live from the German American Bank studio in downtown Bowling Green.
I was raped by my stepfather after years of sexual abuse. I was 12. Anyone who believes there should be no exceptions for rape and incest could never understand what it's like to stand in my shoes. This is to you, Daniel Cameron. To tell a 12-year-old girl she must have the baby of her stepfather who raped her is unthinkable. I'm speaking out because women and girls need to have options. Daniel Cameron would give us none.
Just rockin' and rollin', baby. Come back tomorrow.
We got you all fixed up. Got it all fixed up for you, ma'am. Let there be light, ma'am.
Looks like she finally called JB.
Sodexo, in partnership with WKU Facilities Management, is looking for custodial workers and custodial team leaders for the WKU main campus. Competitive wages and an excellent benefits package. Both full-time and part-time weekend positions available. Check out all available opportunities by searching Sodexo on Indeed.com or apply directly by scanning the QR code with your phone's camera and become the newest member of the WKU campus community.
At Infinity Pipeline, your family is our family. Our employees are the foundation of what we do. And what matters to you matters to us. We're now hiring the next generation of skilled workers to help grow our community. Apply now. InfinityPipeInc.com.
The $250,000 mega draw is here at the Mint Gaming Hall Bowling Green. Win by matching just one number and match all 6 for $250,000 cash. Drawing Saturdays in October every hour from 5 to 8 p.m. Only at the Mint Gaming Hall Bowling Green.
Looking for a convenient place to get that big fitness energy? It's Planet Fitness.
You know it.
Now through October 13th, you can join for just $1 down, $10 a month. We've got over 2,400 locations with most open 24 hours. Join now to enjoy free fitness training and equipment for every workout. Whether you're new to a gym or a fitness pro, the judgment-free zone is the place for you. Join Planet Fitness today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment. Cancel anytime. Deal ends October 13th. Oh yeah, that's the energy.
If you've been injured, Morgan & Morgan's fee is free. If you don't win your case, you pay nothing. It's easy. Just dial Pound Law or go to forthepeople.com to get started. I think I'm starting to get this.
You're watching WNKY CBS 40, home of Super Bowl 58.
We're back with Weather Chief Chris Allen. Chris, we still have some rain moving through the area.
Yeah, there's still a little bit. It's not necessarily cold Kentucky rain, Elvis Presley. Thank you very much. But it's going to get colder. It's going to get, after this rain moves out, and it's starting to move out already, we're going to get some cooler temperatures as we head on into the weekend. A look at live radar, and you can see just how scattered everything is. And there's nothing too heavy. I mean, for a few minutes, it may come down on your roof, and you can hear it for a little bit. In some of these areas like there, just outside of Tompkinsville, right there about Fountain Run, we're seeing a little yellow-looking cell right there underneath the letter T. That it may be coming down pretty good right there, but everything else has been very light to occasionally moderate. But you can see the back edge of all this back toward Madisonville and Hopkins County. All of that is going to continue to move east as we go through this evening. Temperatures now very pleasant in the mid 60s. There is 71 in Campbellsville, and Gamale is also seeing 71, Burkesville at 71 as well. That's where you guys have had just a little more sun today, breaking through the overcast at times, and your temperatures have been just a little bit warmer than everybody else. Right now, we see 67 degrees and a southwest wind at 5. With our barometer steady at 30.03. This is looking down from the Louisville Road extension that goes right in front of the Corvette plant out to I-65. And you can tell there, wet roadways anywhere you go. So slow it down on the interstates and parkways. Even with just this much water, you can hydroplane very easily and lose control. 76 was our official high today, and that's exactly where we should be this time of the year. 63 was our overnight low. It's going to drop about that much tonight, but it's tomorrow night when we will start to feel that punch of colder air coming in that is going to be with us through much of the weekend. Here's all the rain that is coming through right now, and the first of 2 cold fronts, they're going to dissolve into one as we move east, and overnight we see most of the showers moving out as the cold front comes through about 4 a.m. tomorrow. And then we start to see those westerly winds take over. Still a few clouds around, maybe even some sprinkles early tomorrow morning. And then the rest of the day should be breezy, cooler. Some sun will come out. Here we go into Friday evening. Some leftover sprinkles and light rain showers to the north. Some of that may make it down here, but this is the bigger story. Look at all that blue. That's the the colder air coming in. Tomorrow we may find a breezy northwest wind at 15 to 25. The same goes for Saturday, and that's going to make it feel even chillier than what the actual temperature shows, which I'm showing tomorrow, 73. Then we go only to 60 on Saturday, 63 on Sunday. Columbus Day, a little warmer, 68. We'll do that Tuesday, 72 Wednesday. Then another chance of showers a week from today in the mid-70s. And look at that, 38. I don't think we'll see frost, but by Sunday night and the Monday morning, it's going to be that chilly. And here's what's coming up tonight on CBS 40.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
We already know Andy Bashir is lying about sex change surgery for kids. But what else is he lying about? On jobs, Bashir claims record growth. The truth? Fewer Kentuckians are working today than when Bashir started. And nearly 1 million Kentuckians are living in poverty. On crime, Bashir pushed false reports, omitting 100 murders in Louisville alone. Career politicians like Bashir and Biden lie for a living. But Kentucky knows the truth.
At Chandler Park Dental Care,
we want you to leave us feeling cared for,
confident in your smile, and in better health than when you arrived.
Call today to schedule an appointment and experience the comprehensive and trusted care you deserve.
Recovery is courage. In a culture where there's a stigma around recovery, I've learned to have the courage to tell my story to inspire courage in others. I know one of the hardest things to do is to have the courage to start recovery. I've gotten to live the life of my dreams simply by having the courage to say, it is time for a change in my life. Find the courage to live a healthier you by visiting landmarkrecovery.com or call 1-866-LANDMARK today.
Home is more than a house. Wherever you are in your journey of homeownership, German American Bank is here to support you. Our team of dedicated mortgage loan professionals can help you with lending solutions featuring low or no down payment, assistance for closing costs and improvement projects, or even loans specifically for first-time home buyers. We're here to tell you, homeownership is achievable. German American Bank, member FDIC.
Hey, Western Kentucky, we've got a look at the last Titans game, a preview of the next Titans game on the Mike Vrabel Show presented by SeatGeek. Come hang out with us.
Watch the Coach Mike Vrabel Show Sunday mornings on WNKY CBS 40.
World news, Russia launched its deadliest attack on a Ukrainian city. Skylar Henry has the details.
Workers removed bodies from the rubble after a Russian missile strike on a village cafe and store in eastern Ukraine killed more than 50 people. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky called it an act of terrorism and called for help to limit Russian attacks.
So important for Ukraine to have defending shield for the winter, because in winter we will have many attacks by different kinds of Russian missiles, including Iranian drones and etc.
President Biden received a briefing on Ukraine Thursday, including information about the Russian attack.
We have to continue to support the people of Ukraine because this is the horrifying nature that they live in every day.
President Biden is planning what the White House calls a major speech on Ukraine as he pushes Congress to authorize up to $24 billion in additional support for Ukraine's defense. Congress can't do anything until the House elects a new speaker, and a growing list of Republicans say they will not support a speaker who plans to allow a vote on more Ukraine funding.
All you hear out of Washington, D.C. is demanding billions of dollars for Ukraine.
Zelensky says he believes the U.S. will come through.
I was recently in Washington, talked with President Biden. I talked to congressmen from both parties, both chambers. They fully support the defense of freedom.
The Pentagon has warned money to supply Ukraine with the weapons it needs to fight Russia runs out in about 2 months. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
Well, stay with us. News 40's Maxwell Trink is in the studio with a look at sports after this.
The fresh timer starts the minute a tomato gets picked. That's why at Kroger, we shorten the time from harvest to home. So no matter how you shop, you'll have more time to enjoy your fresh produce. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
When Daniel Cameron says he absolutely supports bringing back Matt Bevin's ruthless Medicaid plan, Cameron threatens to take away coverage from over 95,000 Kentuckians and punish working parents.
This sounds very similar to something that Governor Matt Bevin tried.
Well, absolutely.
But when Cameron said he'd back Bevin's war on teachers and take taxpayer money from public schools to give to private schools instead, he'd punish Kentucky's kids. Cameron's absolutely wrong for Kentucky.
Major insurance companies use a software called Colossus to tell them what the firm you hire is likely to settle your case for. They know which law firms can lowball and take the last best offer. Not us. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
I'm waking up my day. So let's get it started. Turn it up, turn it on. Keep the morning moving right along.
Watch WNKY News 40 Sunrise for the latest in local news.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us here on News 40 Sunrise.
Weather on the 4s to get you out the door.
Good morning to everyone at home.
And local events and entertainment to jumpstart your day.
News 40 Sunrise Way.
Weekday mornings starting at 6.
At Infinity Pipeline, your family is our family. Our employees are the foundation of what we do. And what matters to you matters to us. We're now hiring the next generation of skilled workers to help grow our community. Apply now. InfinityPipeInc.com.
If you've been hurt in a wreck, we want to help.
By getting you as much money as we can, as quickly as we can.
If you've been injured in a wreck, before you talk to an insurance company, call Crocker Law Firm.
Call Crocker Law Firm.
It doesn't cost anything to see if we can help.
Geez. Hey, Trent. What's going on? You've been here for 7 hours.
I'm having problems with the sun. This ain't right. I'm coming back tomorrow.
I should have called JB. Trent, gee.
Should have called JB Electric. At JB Electric, when it comes to electricity, we don't mess around. Make the right call. Call JB Electric.
CBS celebrates Hispanic Heritage Month.
At Kroger, everyone wins when it comes to savings because you get the same great prices, deals, and rewards on pickup or delivery as you do in store. So no matter how you shop, everyone saves big. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Welcome into sports. The WKU men's basketball team is heading to Barron County next week on October 12th. Head coach Steve Lutz and his team will be traveling to Barron County High School for an open practice and scrimmage. The Barron County Takeover event will be open to the public and will begin at 6 p.m. After the scrimmage, fans get autographs from the players and purchase team merchandise from the NIL store. And the WKU tennis team is set to begin their fall season in Murfreesboro at the MTSU Invitational. The Tops will take on Tennessee State, Bellarmine, Lipscomb, MTSU, and EKU throughout the course of the weekend. They begin tomorrow at 1 p.m. as they go up against Tennessee State in some singles action. The WKU volleyball team is getting set to continue conference play at home after traveling to Liberty earlier this week. The team swept the Flames on Tuesday and Wednesday, moving to 4-0 within the conference, and they will host Jacksonville State this weekend in Diddle Arena. Catch the Tops in action tomorrow and Saturday at noon as they look to keep things going on the court. WKU football team is nearing the time for their kickoff against Louisiana Tech. The Tops are currently 3-2 on the season, and the conference play underway. The team is ready for La Tech, who they beat 30-15 in their last meeting during the 2018 season Hear what running back Elijah Young had to say about the run game against this top Bulldog team.
You can see now you're gonna have to find a way to put all 4 backs on the field, and I see, as you can see, we're doing a good job at that. Everyone's getting the same amount of reps, so I like it.
The Tennessee Titans are gearing up for a divisional matchup against the Indianapolis Colts on Sunday at noon. Catch all the action on CBS 40. In 14 career games against the Colts, Derrick Henry has racked up over 1,200 yards and 7 touchdowns. Titans offensive coordinator Tim Kelly spoke on how his running back is preparing before the first meeting of the 2023-2024 season with Indy.
When you look at Derrick, he's had a lot of success against a lot of teams. Each year is a different year. Each team's a different team. So we're going to do everything we can to make sure that our game plan is sound and is take advantage of what our guys do well and trying to put them in the best position to be successful.
That's a look at sports, guys.
All right, Maxwell. Chris, what can we expect tonight?
Well, a little bit more shower activity. It's not going to rain all that much. In fact, we're starting to see the back end of all of this. We'll get down into the low to mid 60s. 73 breezy and cooler tomorrow, then really chilly for Saturday and Sunday.
All right, Chris, thank you so much. Thank you at home. We'll see you right back here tonight at 10.
Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all now. Yeah, I do. Well, welcome to Family Feud, everybody. I'm your man, Steve Harvey. Well, we got a good one for you today, returning for their second day with a total of $20,000 from Parkland, Florida. It's the champs. It's the Chandler family. And from Vancouver, Washington, it's the Williams family.